We're in a high altitude mountain pass, attempting to be the first group to transit the Picos de Europa mountains this season. Just one thing is for sure on a passage like this, it's not going to be easy. This is two guys in 4x4s taking on a hostile high mountain world. Man and machine pitted against the elements. This passage is my gateway to the next part of my expedition, and if I don't succeed in this mission, I'll have to backtrack some 400 kilometers to drive around the mountain range. Safe to say that I'm going to give this fight everything that I've got. Welcome to the Iberian Trail, an overland video series that tells the story of my attempt to circumnavigate Spain and Portugal, the Iberian Peninsula, without using paved roads. In my DIY Land Cruiser camper, I set out into the wild to see if true adventure is still possible to find in Europe, and I can't believe what I discovered. This is the wildest journey of my life. With a map strung together from afar from old GPX files, paper maps, and local hearsay, I'm tackling 7,000 miles of the toughest 4x4 trails imaginable. From rocky switchbacks through towering mountains to forest mud pit tracks, this journey has it all. So strap in and join me on the road, because this is going to be a wild ride into the unknown. Right now, I'm at point zero on this trail, the place at which the tyre tracks have run out, and we're now the furthest that anyone's been through this pass in months. Alongside my friend Chus and his Montero, I'm going to try to plough through this snow-choked passage, opening up the Picos de Europa for 4x4s this season. As the lighter of the two vehicles, Chus is leading the way in his Montero, forging a path into the virgin snow up ahead. Within seconds, the Montero is stuck. Wow! I look back down the valley from where we'd come, marveling at the spectacular rugged terrain, but also painfully aware that this is a dangerous, inhospitable world that we need to be very careful while tackling. I quickly make it back to the Land Cruiser to get out of the brutal crosswind and give Chus a hand with recovering the Montero. It's buried up to its axles, in deep snow with a hard, icy crust, and he's going to need a pull to get out of here. We get the recovery gear unloaded and the shackles set up to recovery points on both the vehicles. Okay, so Chus has gotten pretty stuck in this snow, so I'm gonna pull him out and then we're gonna try to go ahead. Here we go. With a little bump, the heavier cruiser has no problem with pulling the Montero out of the snow. We jump out of the 4x4s to dismount the recovery gear and set up for the next try. Aye. Entonces quieres revertir. Oh, fuck me. Jesus. La piedra. Está bien. Ay, ¿quieres reversar y voy a probar? Sí. Perfecto, vamos. I just fell right over onto the into the snow, basically, which is basically ice, by the way. It's not nice snow. We back up the vehicles with a new plan of attack. Chus is going to reverse behind me, and I'll lead the next charge in the Land Cruiser. The thinking is that the heavier vehicle with the bull bar might do a better job of crushing and compacting the snow, and maybe push it out of the way, rather than the lighter weight Montero just falling through the crust and getting stuck. I followed the tyre tracks that the Montero had made, but the deep snow quickly killed my momentum. Crucially though, I still had traction to have a second try. I gave it a push to the left on the track, thinking that there might be more traction where the snow was shallower. I quickly realised though that that wasn't going to be the case, and that I was going to need more momentum to get through this.
Down here.
I backed the vehicle up further to give it another try, the cruiser's tyres crunching through the snow as the vehicle slipped and slid from side to side. I was quickly realising that what I was doing was not going to be a winning formula. I jumped out of the vehicle to check how much progress we were making here and to see if there were any other obvious ways forward that we were missing. Up ahead was deep, virgin snow, and I decided to climb the embankment to see if I could get a bit of a vantage point. I was realising that the only way that I was going to get through here was to throw the entire weight of the vehicle at this snowdrift at considerable speed, in the hopes that I could smash a pathway through using brute force. I put the cruiser in reverse and headed backwards, way further than I'd gone before.
Okay, so I'm stuck in the snowdrift, so Chus is gonna pull me out now. And then we're gonna just keep on trying this like a metre at a time, just ploughing through. If we get to a certain place, there's a rock up ahead that I think we can winch off. So that's kind of the plan at the minute.
I jumped out ready to set up the recovery gear on the vehicles again. This time it would be Chus pulling me backwards, the lighter vehicle pulling the heavier one out of the snowdrift.
He's gonna pull me out right now.
Oof. But something had not gone well with this recovery.
Shit, we might have a problem here. What happened there is, his recovery point flew off.
The front recovery point on the Montero had literally broken off and flown backwards upon impact.
Yeah, I think it's got it in there now, but wow. Mate, I am so glad that I didn't try this alone. Like, I am stuck fast right now. There's no getting me out of here. Although, not a chance. Yeah, I would have been just like camping up here all night, I reckon.
The only remaining recovery point on Chus's car was on the rear, and so he was heading a little further down the track in order to turn around and reverse back up. I took the opportunity to take a bit of a look around as he did so, and truly appreciate just how spectacular, wild, and lonesome this place really was.
So yeah, he's doing a turnaround up there. He's gonna back down to me, and then we're gonna attach it to the back end of his car. I can't believe that. I've never seen that happen before, the recovery point rip off a vehicle.
With the recovery strap linked up to both vehicles again, I jumped back into the car.
Let's get out of here. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
This had been a case of second time lucky, and this time around the Montero easily pulled the 3-ton beast out of the snow. I landed up, ready to take it on again, this time with an even greater run-up. And that was me stuck again. But Chus and I weren't about to be deterred that easily. I jumped up on top of the cruiser to get the recovery boards down. I'm thinking that with the boards, it might provide some much needed traction, or at least create something of a gradient bridge to allow the cruiser to plow a little further forward each time with speed and momentum. We each got to work setting the boards up, one on each side of the vehicle, placing them carefully to achieve maximum effect.
¿Quieres una gorra, amigo? Tengo dos. ¿Se te ven? Es profundo. Sí.
But in this slick, icy snow, the boards were having zero effect. The thinking here was that if I could free myself with the boards, it would make it a much easier endeavour to keep on smashing the vehicle into the snowdrift without Chus having to pull me back every time. We soon realised, however, that we were fighting a losing battle.
Okay, so we're gonna do this again, and Chus is gonna pull me backwards.
By this point, we were starting to accrue quite an audience of hikers, watching on as these two crazy guys and their machines tried to break through seemingly impassable snowdrifts.
Listo. Okay, we're gonna try this again. Oh. Woo-hoo. Okay, we're gonna try this again and just basically keep on at it until we either get through or I get so stuck that he can't recover me. Oh man, this is fun. This is like man and machine against nature. Holy shit, this is sick. This is so sick. I think we're going to get through this. It's just going to be a matter of doing this multiple times, repeatedly, and we're going to get through it, man. We're going to freaking get through it. This is so much fun.
After a pretty good run, I'd got myself stuck again, and I was waiting for Chus to reverse to pull me backwards out of the snowdrift.
Funcionaría eso. Sí, sí, tengo como, no sé, 4 o 5 metros más. Entonces, podemos.
I head back to the car as the sun got low in the sky, even more determined than ever to break our way through this track and reach the boulder from where I was hoping I'd be able to winch from. Chus and I spent the next half an hour or so digging, stamping and tamping down the snow with the boards as best we could, in the hopes that we'd be able to make the passage through for the cruiser easier.
Oh man, it's like painful progress, but I really do think that we can make this happen if we just carry on doing it. It's like, there's a rock up here, big ass rock, that I think if we could get a sling around, we could probably make this work. Oh, it's just bloody painstaking process, because obviously every time we have to go all the way back down there to get the traction. Chus has to come back up here and then tow me back down, and then I kind of push on through it. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy to continue as long as he is, and so I'm a tenacious little fucker, so I think we're going to be here a while as long as it's okay with Chus. Yeah. Oh. Let's do this.
At this point I knew that having to be recovered by Chus every single time was an unsustainable solution to this problem. I was determined to free myself this time, and be able to do that going forward to make this process faster.
Oh man, gotta say, I'm pretty knackered now, running around 2,000 meters above sea level, I'm not used to it. Taking the wind right out of my sails.
Tal vez. As I finished my latest attempt to break through, some of the audience that had accumulated on the right-hand embankment waved for me to stop.
Que nada, que es imposible por aquí.
Buen intento, pero no.
Y nosotros estábamos pensando ahora bajar por aquí, pero
Sí, eso es.
es muy difícil.
¿Eso es un como crevasse o algo como así, más arriba?
Está arriba, está peor todavía, es más profundo.
Entiendo. Sí, una situación difícil.
Sí.
Bajamos a Espinama.
Sí. Bueno, pues nos vamos para abajo entonces.
Sí, desafortunadamente, sí, fue un buen intento.
Un buen intento.
Desafortunadamente no. Basically, these guys were from ahead and they're saying it's impossible to pass. They're saying that the snow is even deeper up there. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to call defeat, which is quite a hard pill to swallow, honestly. But, you know, sometimes that's the way it goes. We tried really, really hard, but yeah, this is impassable in the winter, I guess. Okay, well, that was a good try, but no, there's no way through. I guess back down to Espinama we go. That's disappointing. Gotta say, that's disappointing. Sometimes it's just the way it is. It's impossible to pass, they're saying, so. Yeah, a bloody good try, but one that ultimately failed.
The guys that had been watching me try had been in 4x4 vans a little bit further down. As it happened, it turned out they were also trying to be the first people to pass through this pass this year, and had scouted ahead on foot. They told me that ahead they'd found snowdrifts that were deeper than a metre, just about double what Chus and I had been trying to smash through all day. This news meant the death knell for our attempt to pass the Picos de Europa by 4x4 this winter.
Well, back down we go. And now, to do a circumnavigation of the Iberian Peninsula without using paved roads, I'm gonna come back here in summer. That's gonna be a good mission, isn't it? Hey, I don't feel too badly about it. We tried our absolute best. Like, we couldn't have done more. That was like a full afternoon at it. It was just impassable, unfortunately. So, yeah, such is life. And, hey, it gives me a reason to come back to Cantabria. God almighty, just look at this though. My God. Yeah, I've definitely got a leak in my front left-hand tyre. It's, I can hear it hissing out when the tyre's at a certain revolution.
With nothing else to do, we turned the vehicles round and headed back down the mountain. This was going to mean a 400-kilometer detour to get around the Picos de Europa, since we couldn't cross them.
So these guys are a convoy of sprinters, like 4x4 sprinters, that came up after us, and so yeah, they were trying to get through as well, and yeah, unfortunately they were the ones who told us, like, they'd been up and scouted ahead, and they were like, yeah, there's just no way, like, even past the part where we were trying to get through, it was like it's even deeper and more difficult on the other side. So yeah, it's just not possible.
Wish I could wear peace like this shirt on my back, then give it away whenever somebody asks. Every time I try, I catch myself reaching for it from someone else. Why is it so hard to hold on to? Maybe I'm obsessed with a hurried rush. Whenever I slow down, I beat myself up. So much time I worrying what could be or what I might have been, second guessing every move I make. I wanna trust myself, love myself, believe in myself like I used to. I wanna trust myself, be enough for myself, ring my own bell like I used to.
You know, I'm pretty proud of us for giving it our absolute best, and we really did give it our best. Like, that was a great attempt and a great day as well. Just like proper 4x4 fun, you know, like just really good 4x4 fun. And you know, what can I say? We're giving our best effort, and it was impossible to pass. So it will be the privilege of someone else to open up that 4x4 passage, maybe in a couple of months' time, I'd imagine, when all that snow has melted. It's not going to be me, and that's okay. I'll give it my best shot, and we're going to go now ever westwards until we reach the westernmost point of the Iberian Peninsula, at which point I'm going to head downward through Portugal. That was a great day. Thanks for coming along on that adventure with me. I'll see you in the next one. I have ripped a tyre off the rim. Absolute classic. Would it be me off-roading if I didn't rip a freaking tyre off the rim? Alright, well, I know what to do now. Dodgy fill-up tyre with aerosol and explode it back onto the rim.